The author uses these two brothers as an example of how a breakdown in communication leads to misunderstanding. When the older brother shows up to the MC Minato's hospital room, attacks the MC, but he dodges it. That's right, it was. And you passed. Introducing himself as Makoto Suo. Inviting the MC to be a part of his unit, which is one of the top units for the company that they work for. And if you couldn't tell, Shinji, the younger brother, has been in the room this whole time, but Makoto just hasn't acknowledged him since he's walked in the room. Shinji thinks that his older brother hates him and actually wants nothing more than his respect and acknowledgement. And it burns him up inside that his brother just came in here, had a chat with the MC telling him to come to his team, and left without even talking to him. So Shinji goes to where their friends are training. These two in the back are on the same level as Shinji and the MC, while this dude is actually the strongest in the verse, and he's coaching all three of them, right? Telling them about how his brother just asked Minato to be a temp member. And at the same time, when we see Minato and Makoto walking in the hall and he asks, are him and Shinji close? We see Shinji telling friends and company that his brother doesn't care what he does or what happens to him. Just to see Makoto saying that he's really worried about Shinji. In the sick bay earlier, he barely glanced at me. Earlier, his wounds were so bad that I could barely bring myself to look at him. The only way to make my brother pay attention to me is to get as strong as I can, even if it kills me. I don't care if he's not the strongest warrior in the world. I just want him to be safe. Minato summing up what we just got basically from the older brother's point of view of, you seem to really care about your brother. And he's like, of course. Shinji saying that he's going to surpass Minato and earn his brother's respect. Both of them saying whatever happens. Shinji saying that he'll defeat his brother someday. Makoto saying that all that matters is my brother's safety. See, even though Makoto does care for his brother, because of how he's expressed it, or I guess hasn't really expressed it, Shinji thinks that his older brother hates him because he's weak and all this extra stuff, which he's not. Like, his brother don't think he weak, like in terms of like everybody. He's weaker than his brother, yes. But it's just like he cares for him in the sense of just like an older brother wants to protect his younger brother no matter what's going on. Like, this man has a journal that he writes in at the end of his days, whether he goes out and does some crazy action adventure or not. And, he just write down his thoughts and stuff or whatever been going on. But at least one time every day, he writes about his younger brother. But because of that, breakdown in communication, Shinji just don't know how much he actually means to his older brother.